Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I had a question about moldboard plowing and plowing in the fall and winter versus in the spring, or versus a deep shank or chisel plowing type method. And I'm going to try to explain why we do what we do. Now, as I've stated before and I'll state it again, the key in farming is to do what method or technique or operation. It's got to work for your operation. You do what works best for you, basically, within a certain set of guidelines. Now, our soils are not suitable for no-till. They're just too highly compactable, plain and simple. If you do not break that soil up, it will compact to the point that you can't hardly break it up. It's got quite a bit of clay content, but it has got some loam. Most of our soils. Now, we do have a couple of fields that you could probably get by with a no-till operation on. But back to the question at hand here. Why do we moldboard plow in the fall? Well, there's a couple reasons. One is to get a head start on spring tillage. That is one. Another one is sometimes we're too late for a cover crop and we don't want to leave the ground barren. Well, you say, well, if you plow it, it's barren. It is. But I'll explain that to you in just a second. And third one is it helps loosen the soil up tremendously to plow in the fall or winter before the freezing and thawing cycle's over with. And what happens is, we'll start with that. What happens is, as this ground freezes and thaws, it'll break. It'll just crumble up, and that'll help with clods, and it just helps break the soil down over the winter. That, my friends, is a piece of an arrowhead. You do find them around here on occasion, but anyhow, and the wind's pretty rough. I'll try to turn and block the wind best I can. But so what we want to do is turn that up. With it turned and plowed, it helps hold it in place for erosion. The water won't wash. Actually, it does a better job with erosion for the ground to be turned than it is with a cover crop. And I've had people argue with me on that point, but I've done it in this field right here, all the way up. But anyhow, that does work better. Another reason we do it in the fall, like I said, we're to the point, it's so late now that if we seeded a cover crop, it will not start to grow until spring. And at that point, we have to deal with it then, and it can be a problem. Third one is, we're turning, like right here, all of this stuff on top, we're turning it in. We're putting it about the depth of the, we're putting that organic matter about to the depth of the root zone, which is a good thing. As it rots over the winter, it will add organic matter to the soil. That's why we do that. And you can see here where I've flipped all that over, and the grass and everything will rot down over the winter, and it will add organic matter to our soil down in the depth of the root zone. I don't know what crop will be going in here next year. It's just a little bitty spot. It may go back into grass. I don't know. But I hope that answers some of the questions. Like I said, that's why we do it. Do I recommend everyone to moldboard plow in the fall and the winter? No. Do I recommend everyone to moldboard plow? No. It's got to depend on your situation, and that's why we do it, or some of the reasons we do it. It helps break the soil up, freeze and thaw. We're adding organic matter down to the root zone. We're running too late. I mean, it's November. Our growing season ends in October. It is too late to do a cover crop, and it gets us a head start on spring tillage. Basically, if I've got a crop that's going in early, this is already plowed. Come March, April, I can run through here with a disc car, 9-tooth, it's ready to go. You know, it's a process that's got to be done anyhow, and you know, it gets us a little bit of a head start. But I hope that answers some of the questions about it. The ground's drying a little bit, but the ground's already fallen apart quite a bit from when I plowed it. You can see the area that's got a little more grass in it, it's held together. But over the winter, that'll just fall and it'll just be a little humpy, and it will work up really good in the spring, really good. It also lets water and snow down in it better, filters down better than a hard pan or a crusted over top. But anyhow, I hope, like I said, I hope that explains it. It also helps with weed control quite a bit too. But anyhow, to the gentleman that asked the question, I hope that explains it a little better than you know, just responding. But if you like what we're doing, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye.